Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Pretty Black Woman Buys a House, Then Gets Fired. Let's get right into it.
I am 32, single, a homeowner, and I got laid off from my six-figure tech job around 6 months ago.
Ooh, golly. Jesus! Single, 32, and just got laid off from her six-figure tech job. All right, let's get right to that video. I thought it was very interesting. I can't play the rest of that video. It got music in it. But this video is where the cake lies. Let's take a listen.
Hello,
Hey, Simon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Eh? Hey, thanks for making time on short notice and sure my invite was rattling and not awesome, and you do not have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. The difficult decision to restructure the XD org and as a result reduce the size of the org, and unfortunately you're impacted by this change. So your last working day is today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Um, those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will be turned off at some point today. I'm not sure when exactly. In your Workday and Benefits portal, you'll still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm going to email you the specifics of your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later and be ready to go through them. Um, and then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and I'll go to your personal email address. I want to pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They are looking to, so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and take on less priorities. And as a result, um, the team is being reduced for that to support that.
Another question I had was around like my remote status. Is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did count the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor. Well, please.
It was definitely a factor. Don't lie to that girl. A lot of you women want these high paying remote jobs. You want to be boss babes. You want to make six figures. You want to show that you're independent. And look at you. You just bought a home and you just got fired. Now, look, she's in her early 30s. To me, right, she spent her whole life working up to this point, college and everything. She put her career first. And this is where the argument for why you need a man hits the hardest. Because if you had a man, you have been doing just fine. In this scenario, if you had a man in this scenario, you've been doing just fine. But you decided, oh no, I'm going to buy a house by myself. Why are you buying a house by yourself? That's one. Why are you buying a house? For who? To show everybody you don't need anybody? Women buy all these expensive things when they don't need it. You should have been living in an apartment and wait till you got married to got a house. But no, you wanted to show everybody. You wanted to show everybody. Now look at you. You can't make this up. You can't make this shit up. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Don't obviously feel a pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please again, like take today and take care of yourself And again, I'm really sorry that this is happening.
Okay. Thank you. See you on
All
LinkedIn, I
right.
guess. I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more. Yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what this means for you." So, yeah, I already knew that this was coming. At first, I thought that like maybe it wouldn't just impact me because someone else mentioned that they got the same email. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, because this has happened before when they laid off all of our managers. So I was like, well, maybe they're telling all of us at the same time that someone else is getting, like someone big at the top is getting laid off. But I reached out to that person and I was like, does your meeting start at 12? And she said, no, my meeting starts at 12:30. So when she said that, that's when I had my breakdown and that's when I started crying. I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to get my bonus, so that will help. I don't know how much the bonus will be because I don't know how well the company performed, but that check will come in March and I'll still get another regular paycheck from work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have savings, thank God, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do if it takes months to get a new job because I still want to remain in tech. I still want a remote position, which those are harder to come by now. And like I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get another job because I have the mortgage now and the mortgage is like $2,700 a month.
All for you to live by yourself. You're living by yourself. Why do you need a $2,700 mortgage a month to live alone? I'm telling you, man. Lifestyle creep. It creeps up on you. It creeps up on you. Okay, she could have easily had a studio apartment for herself for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 a month. She could even she could go to get a job at McDonald's and pay that. But when you have a overhead so high, it's $2,700, almost $3,000 just to live. It's challenging. Now, again, I don't know what I'm going to do. Go get you a man. Ladies, when you run into an issue, the solution should always be the same. Get you a man. Even this brokey that, oh, dude's so broke. Even a dude making $50,000 a year, guess what? He has a job and you don't. You thought I'm doing better than you. I got a tech job. I get to work from home. I got a bunch of books on the bookshelf behind me. I get to wear sweaters to work. Now look at you. See, a lot of these women, they have jobs that are highly replaceable. You're making 6 figures from home, going like this. It's a replaceable job. It's a replaceable job. So, can I feel bad for her? No, because she clearly overspent. She clearly thought she was living the life, right? And I get it. You thought you made it. I get it. But this is your wake up call. This is a lot of black women are getting this wake up call. A lot of black women are getting laid off. They're realizing they're not as independent as they thought they were. Okay? But let's listen to what else she has to say.
I have my trip planned to New Zealand next month. I should probably cancel that. If I can get a refund on my flight, I should probably cancel that, which sucks because I've been planning that since like this time last year. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't know what, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying
Crocodile tears. You should have been crying on your man's shoulders and he would have told you everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Now, she had a trip planned to New Zealand. Again, instead of stacking and saving, women are splurging. Splurging. Oh, you thought you had it like that, huh? You thought you had it like that. Now, let me tell you like something like this, right? If her man made another 50 bands a month, and let's say she made 100, he made 100, I mean, he made 50, that's 150. And by the way, a lot of women wouldn't want to date a man that makes less than them because they're so above them. Like, if their job, like if they can't get fired, and mind you, if he made 50 grand a year, chances are he's making at a stable job where he won't get fired, where he has a lot more job security than your $100,000, your six-figure job that stay at home. That's work from home. Anyway, he will still be bringing in $4,000 or $5,000 a month. Okay? And imagine if y'all splitting that mortgage in half, $2,700. You know what I'm saying? $1,350 a piece. I'm just saying, it would have been a lot easier. Anyway, I got a list of her expenses here. Tell me what you think about it. So look, mortgage, $2,700. She put $2,800. Groceries, $350. Healthcare, $350. I could barely read because she's writing it small. City card, so her credit card, $250. Energy, $180. Internet, $90. Toiletries, $75, gas, $80, water, $90 or $60, security, $30, phone, $25. She got a pretty low phone bill. Gym, $25. So a couple student loans, and it totals out to $4,000, essentially $4,300 a month in bills. If you had a man, that would have been half. Who can't afford $2,100 a month in bills? But no, you got to do it all by yourself. So you got to pay the groceries by yourself. You got to pay the mortgage by yourself. You got to pay the water by yourself, the toiletries by yourself. All because women don't want to share. All because they want to find a man. Oh, you make 100, he got to make 200. How's that working out for you? Okay. Anyway, here's another video I thought was pretty interesting on TikTok. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Once you stop being dumb for a man, you will probably be very lonely for a long time. You're going to have to learn yourself all over again and find peace and solace and solitude, because dating will never be the same. Once you start listening to what men are actually saying to you instead of hearing what you want to hear and paying attention to the red flags instead of putting on them rose-colored glasses, you will realize that they all say the same shit. They all be lying. They all manipulative. They all deceptive. And they all trying to get one thing and move on to the next. Once you stop being dumb, your version of what a happily ever after is gets shattered to pieces. Experience, I noticed two different types of women in relationships that actually have long-term relationships or marriages. You got the delusional woman, the dumb woman, the woman that's blind, the woman that just believes that a man is never ever going to cheat on them for 20, 30, 40 years, and they just only love them and only see them, and you know, they living out a fairy tale, and and then there's a woman that is aware, knows that her nigga is going to do him when she not around, and just there for the benefits. Once you stop being dumb for a man,
this is the type, I guarantee that lady from tech, this is the type of content she watches online. Yeah, all men gonna cheat. All men, they want to do is manipulate. They want to lie. If we all cheat, then why you hold it all against us? It's so funny to me. If all men cheat, why do women all just let it go then? Then just understand, if you have a man, he's gonna cheat. Why don't you just accept it? I don't know why women want to believe that they could they could fulfill a man's complete desire all by themselves for the rest of his life. It's a fairy tale. It's not true. Women believe it, but it is what it is. Now, first of all, her experience is anecdotal. For her to believe that all men manipulate, it just shows me the brain rot. Okay, it's like you chose poorly, but you think all men are poor. No, just your poor choices are. Okay, just your horrible choices. Anyway, here's another video that I'm sure that tech lady was watching. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Because I am tired of hearing and seeing on every post how men think they are being used about a plate of food. Okay, so I know girls specifically, okay, and they know I know certain people. Okay, now I know a lot of big sharks. I do. And the first thing they say is, where you hanging at this weekend? And I might say, I'm hanging there. And they say, well, where do so-and-so hang at? The one that owned the multiple gyms, the one that owned the warehouse, the one that owned the apartment buildings with more than 30 units in it. And I say, I'm not hanging with them this week. And they say, call me when you do. That's gold diggers. Yeah. You see, because they want to hang around specific people that got real money. The girls that actually buy tickets to go to the game, and they only buy floor seats or seats near the floor, so that way they can come in their best. Those are the ones that wear heels and fancy clothes and dresses to football and basketball games, so they can try to lure in the players. They're gold diggers. A gold digger is not the woman that's calling you and asking to go out to eat at Del Frisco's. I promise you. Gold diggers want anything but food. Okay, so y'all can stop saying that women is gold digging y'all because she wants you to cash her personal.
We ain't gonna stop saying nothing. Why are you upset that what? Clearly, if you're not a gold digger, then what horse you got in this race? A hit dog hollers and it sounds like you hollering. You upset. Now listen, we know you a gold digger because you in a car you probably can't afford. You wearing an Armani Exchange. Armani Exchange? Like, out of all things you could be. Anyway, and shout out to Armani Exchange, but, you know, they're in every mall. They're in every mall, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if you're wearing a designer that's in some malls, right? The fancy malls. That's in every mall. And you're acting like it's high end. Anyway, so my whole point with this video is that she's trying to shame men to say, oh, you call all women gold diggers because they want a meal at Del Frisco, which is like the Taco Bell, I guess, of the South. Here's the reality of it, though. Women do use men for food. It's called foodie calls, okay? That is gold digging, okay? Just because they're gold digging on a lower level doesn't mean they're not gold digging. A lot of women will date a man just for a meal. You might not know that because you don't date women. You're talking about, oh yeah, the real gold diggers are trying to find out where the men who own this and own that at. Bro, gold is gold. Whether you have a little bit of gold or a lot of gold. Those men might have a lot of gold, okay? But gold is gold. Money is money. Some people earn money on the low end. Some people earn money on the high end. And a lot of these gold digger women, they oh, I want to be around the owners and so with that. Just because you're around them don't mean that you're going to get chose. A lot of women think if they're in the circumference of a winner, they're going to get picked. It's the arrogance. It's the narcissism. A lot of women, y'all think y'all a lot better than what y'all really are. Y'all not that. Y'all not her. Y'all not her. Anyway, this is an interesting story. Let's listen to what she has to say.
So there was this post on Facebook that said, have y'all ever been over a nigga house and a bitch popped up? And yes, that has happened to me twice. But I'm finna tell y'all one of the stories. Hold on. So me and my little woo-woo, we chilling or whatever. It's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I heard some knocking on the door, but it wasn't like no regular, like, little light knock. They like, do. And I'm looking at him, he looking at me, he ain't getting up. I'm like, is you gonna go check the door? Because they ain't been knocking for like a few minutes now. You need to go check the door, right? So he gets up, he goes to his closet. And when he gets to the closet, I'm looking at him because the closet was right there beside the bed. I'm looking at him, this nigga in there putting on a puffer coat and some motherfucking sweats. Now, mind y'all, it was the middle of the summertime. It was like fucking mid-July or some shit like that. So I'm like, what the fuck is you? I'm like, why is you putting that on? I said, this nigga stalling. They still knocking on the door. This nigga taking his precious time, y'all, moving so fucking slow. Oh my God. So he gets to the door, opening and closing it up fast as hell. But I hear the girl, she hollering. She like, why the fuck you ain't answering your motherfucking phone? Woo. I just hear her going off. But I'm trying to, because he had like a patio. He was on like the second floor, I think. So I'm trying to look out the patio like windows to see if I can see what's going on. I can't see shit. I just hear her going the fuck off. So I already know it's them. So I'm like, what the fuck? And then like 20 minutes later, I get a text talking about something. I'm finna go get something to eat. You want something back? The fuck? I'm like, no, I don't want nothing back. You finna go calm that goddamn girl down. Just say that. Like, what the fuck? Why you sitting up here lying? So it was like an hour went by. Motherfucker texting to me, I'm at the store. Fuck that. Because this the Queen line was too long or some bullshit like that. To me, I'm at the store. You want something back from the store? I'm like, just give me a little bag of chips or something. Because at this point, I should have got up and left. But I'm like, bitch, it's already 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I ain't got time. I'm finna lay my ass right here. So an hour or so that went by, I'm still laying in his main bed. He finally gets back to the goddamn apartment or whatever, laying, trying to scoot up on me. So I'm at the edge of the bed. He like, why you always over there? Why you acting weird? I'm thinking in my head, nigga, did you not just leave for like an hour or so to go fucking calm whoever that was down or whatever? Now you want to come back here and ask me why I'm acting weird? The fuck? So he finally scoots all the way up on me. Next thing you know, he down there licking my coochie. And I'm just laying there now. I ain't stop him now. I ain't gonna cap. But I'm just laying there like, nigga, I don't even know. You just went to go do God knows what. Then you come back and now you trying to make it up with me by giving me some head. I'm like, bro, niggas is so fucking funny. I got up the next morning and I was like, baby, let me get the fuck up out of here because I already knew what was going on with that mind. But damn, that shit was crazy as hell. So there.
Tell me you're not wife material by telling me you're not wife material. Tell me you only mess with Pookies and Ray Rays without telling me you only mess with Pookies and Ray Rays. Tell me you only want Chads and Tyrones without telling me you only want Chads and Tyrones. I said this and I'm going to say this again. So many women want men in the top 20%. Okay? They're willing to share. They're willing to share. This dude has one girl in his rotation and another girl in his rotation, and they're both fighting for his attention. When they have men out there that haven't had a girl in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, and nobody's checking for them. Women would rather share a high-value man than get saddled with a loser. Yeah, than get stuck with a loser. Yeah. So, man, look, I've had situations like this happen similar to me. Not exactly, but similar to me. Because, by the way, I won't have any girl knocking at my apartment. By the way, and I live in an apartment, so, you know, if she's knocking, she's going to be knocking at a door that leads to everybody. It won't get to me. Okay? The most you can do is ring my doorbell. And if you are harassing me, I'm going to call the police. I'm just saying, okay? But none of this kind of stuff happens to me. But for the man that it happens to, I want to point this out, right? This girl was at his door, knocking and banging at his door aggressively, and demanding answers. That tells me two things. One, even though this dude, he might get a lot of girls, he definitely had his mother in his life. And so he's used to women dominating him. And he has to make it up to women and kiss their feet. And like you said, he went down on this girl to try to make it up to her. That works too. If you're a good-looking guy, I'm going to say it like that. If you're a good-looking guy, you could be baited with women and it will still work. And what I mean by baited by women, you can let women lead you and it will still work. You still get girls, but you'll get this kind of reaction. Them trying to control you and tell you, oh, what you doing? You ain't answer your phone. What kind of, that ain't ladylike. Like, that's why it never happened. This type of thing never happened to me exactly because it's unladylike. The things that has happened to me, though, are girls calling me, blowing up my phone while I'm with another girl. I had those type of things happen, but never knocking at my door. What kind of, so anyway, all this is just to say that women will tell you a story where they were, in somebody's rotation, okay? And then trying to make it seem like men ain't shit. You chose him. You laid in the bed with him. You stuck around. He went and took care of another girl, and you waited in his bed till he got back. This is what women would do. And by the way, this is not unique. This is not a lot of women would do is they'll engage in this type of thing. That's why I tell men all the time, and you know what's better? It's better to just level up. Level up, become that dude where you can find yourself in a situation like this, but hopefully with more feminine women, because these are kind of masculine, hood rat type, Keisha type women. And then, you know, they get to share you. Because he's not committed to her, he's not committed to the other girl. But, you know, clearly, it don't even matter, right? She still stayed. The other girl's still checking for him. You guys got to choose who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You want to be dry dick Willie or wet dick Willie. Which one you want to be? Okay? I know who I'm going to be. I know what I'm going to do. Okay? And this is why, like, you know, love, marriage, all these things, like, it's kind of a weird thing because girls like this still want to get married and they're probably going to pick a loser, a beta dude, someone that she passed up on a long time ago, someone who she'll never let be in her rotation, will never be in his rotation. She's going to get him to marry her. Crazy. Imagine marrying a girl that was in another guy's rotation. Unbelievable. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.